What's up, you denim-wearing scumbags? We are Thralls of Metal. I'm Rin.
Necrotic Nick.
And we're going to review something for you. Grab your Marlboros, because we are reviewing Wraith Under the Chains.
So this comes out on the 24th of September on Redefining Darkness Records. This band formed in 2016 in Indiana. There are a lot of Wraiths that have formed in a lot of different places. This is the one from Indiana. We had to kind of sort that one out, otherwise we'd be checking out stuff from Australia, Atlanta, New York, or Hartford, other places. Lots of Wraiths.
I almost ordered a shirt from Australia.
Yeah. I mean, imagine that band probably was cool too.
Yeah, $20 shippings.
That's a bit rough.
We're poor.
So this is their third full-length album, and I originally heard about these guys courtesy of the Metalhead box, which I know I haven't got one in a while because I haven't renewed my subscription, but that's going to happen eventually. But this reminded me because an early one I got was their first album, and I really enjoyed it because these guys are pure throwback, blackened, speed, thrash, punk, Motorhead worship.
Oh.
I mean, all that glorious old sleazy stuff. And I mean sleaze all around.
The album starts out with the title track, which is an intro that's worth a shit.
Yes!
It leads you in with the chug and the stomp. It's only a minute and a half, something like that.
It's not even a minute. I think it's like 59 seconds.
Yeah, no. Loop it forever.
Yeah.
Just loop it.
Dude, just chug Mageddon. Like, this is how you fucking prime an album. Give me a riff and, let it sink in and then just keep pummeling me, which the album obliges.
Did I get a wart? I think I got a wart.
So if you shave it off and plant it, you'll grow a lemmy.
Yep, a lemmy tree. Make lemonade.
Actually, you'll probably just have packs of cigarettes hanging from the fucking leaves. Well, it saves you,
They're fresh.
money, yeah. This album pretty much thrives on all that old school shit, but if you're going to compare it to something more modern that also thrives on that old school shit, very similar to bands like Toxic Holocaust and Midnight. These guys just embrace all that old school sleaze with a little bit of blackened energy, which honestly the black metal aspects are kind of mostly in the vocals, I think.
Yep, the vocals, very early death metal-ish vocals with the oversaturation of the reverb, little variance in the delivery.
It's just a steady barrage of Satan?
Yeah,
maybe?
I don't know.
I don't
They're
know.
not that legible, but they're perfect for this music.
I mean, I think the kind of the monotone sort of delivery kind of leans on that punk side because you get tons of punk influence on here. I mean, Motorhead has always been kind of that perfect bridge band between punks and metalheads. Like, we can all get along here because the riffs are very similar and appease both groups.
Yep.
That is definitely echoed on here. If you listen to a song like Mistress of the Void and don't hear Motorhead, I don't know what you've been listening to, but it clearly hasn't been Motorhead.
No, you don't know.
It is right there out front. The sleaze, the snarl, the riffs, they're kind of punky but tunefully melodic, in that metal way.
Yeah.
And if you love D-beats, that's like 90% of this album.
And I'm pretty sure that he's only using a single kick.
Yeah.
Because there's no double kick blasts or nothing like that. Just get some good triplets. Meat and potatoes, but yes.
Yeah. Honestly, I mean, they're simple riffs, but they're effective. They're powerful. And, I mean, again, you could say this band's derivative, but it doesn't matter because I'm having fun listening to it. When I heard the song Cloaked in Black and they got down to that machine gun chuggy breakdown, how do you not love that? I honestly have been living in that riff since like 1993. So yeah, this was very familiar to me, but it also reminded me of stuff that, we've been reviewing on here, the channel, like namely Enforced, because they love that shit, except, a little bit more technical, a little bit more on the thrash side. This is just kind of
nasty.
Just nasty. It's filthy, really. I mean, I can't think of other words for it.
Smells like wet denim in a basement.
And the denim's wet because it's beer, maybe blood.
There's some pee in it.
There's a little bit.
There's a little bit.
It was excitable.
Ain't gonna hurt you. There's very little variation in these songs, which I'm fine with. But the song Time Wins, which is a little over half in the album, you get like an early Priest if the production was slicker Ronnie James could sing on the damn thing, and it would
Definitely.
make sense. Just a slightly slower tempo shift, but still no aggression lost.
None.
And then there's like a black metal bit.
Probably the only like flat out bit that you could point to and say, yeah,
That's
black metal. Like you get a little bit of like tremolo there, like ooh, they like Immortal or Mayhem,
Behemoth.
Any of those bands that like that sort of atmosphere, and it's probably the most atmospheric moment on there in terms of like again pushing that black metal side. A lot of this is just pure kind of punk energy and classic heavy metal and thrash bits.
Yeah.
And I like this song. This song was a nice break because, again, the D beat is very prevalent on here. Not that I have a problem with that.
Yeah.
I did live by the D beat for a while. But it was nice to hear it broken up. It's kind of anthemic and just like, the fist pumping sort of kind of feel, especially when it comes down to the chorus, which just has this beautiful stomp to it. And in terms of other breaks, I guess from the overall style of this album, Disgusting is probably the lone flat out punk track. Like, barely any real metal to this. It is a punk track. It snarls. It's disgusting.
Starts with that pick slide, and then
even a nice little like kind of punky breakdown at the end. Kind of ends a little abruptly. I kind of want to hear that first half like just like repeat a measure because punk. It's fun.
it's like blackened Bad Religion.
Yeah, pretty much. Henry Rollins and Corpse Paint. There you go. I mean,
Well, yeesh.
I know it's
scary.
It's angry. Yeah.
You got a song called Victims of the Sword. If you live by the sword, you will be a victim of the sword? Die by the sword? But it's, yes, give me all of it.
It's a little bit chuggier of a riff over the D beat. Like it's not as like punky and Motorheady. Like these guys definitely own like copies of Show No Mercy and Kill 'Em All on vinyl. I just have a feeling.
Yes. The guitars drop out at one point and the bass kind of takes it with the drums before it kicks back in, and that's pretty cool. That nasty, you can hear the pick scrape.
Oh, love it.
Just, yeah.
And that's kind of something to say with the production here. Like this is pure throwback production. Everything is warm and very, very analog sound. I love the guitar tone. The guitar tone is chunky and warm. Like Campbell's chunky.
Yes. Like Mom used to make in the microwave.
Yeah. That came from a can.
Yeah.
The can's name is Mom.
In terms of the vocal production, it is very throwback with the echo and stuff, but I'm glad they didn't throw that on the drums. If they drenched everything in reverb, it probably would have just sounded like jumbled hell. But I like how the vocals are a little dirtier than the actual instruments,
Yeah.
which adds to the layer of filth.
Oh yeah, this is steeped in filth, as it should be.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Track 9.
But honestly, you realize it was disgusting well before track 9.
Yeah.
But honestly, one of my favorite moments was probably the closing track, Terminate. And again, trying to find stuff that sounds different than the bulk of the material in here is kind of difficult. But this one kind of came out swinging in a different way. This has an old hardcore feel. Like, you could have thrown on Roger Murray's vocals on here and it really would have fit. It would have been just a dirtier, agnostic front song. He does sound like that. But yeah, this song just lives on these big, chuggy breakdowns, and they are fiercely hardcore sounding breakdowns, which is kind of cool because you get, like, ones that definitely scream thrash, ones that definitely scream, like, speed metal. This is a hardcore breakdown, and it closes the fucking show. And when they palm mute that and add a dissonant like harmony over it, it's not that pleasant. It's pretty nasty sounding. It just gets unbelievably heavy and probably the most modern sounding moment on the entire album.
But Jesus Christmas, people are gonna get hurt, guys. They're gonna get hurt. Just have Band-Aids and tape ready.
I mean, I feel like I'm ready to get my beer knocked right out of my fucking hand.
I mean, if these guys did a show with Enforced, your head would fall off.
I'm already buying tickets to that, though.
Yeah.
And honestly, one thing on here that kind of caught me off guard, just in terms of how good and how melodic it was the lead work. The lead work on here, granted they're kind of short leads because most of these are really short songs, but they're really good. They're really tasteful. I love the phrasing on it. And it's not like the raw kind of leads you would expect on this. Like, I was expecting squealy dive bombs a la Kerry King throughout the entire album.
You get that a little bit. In a Gift of Death.
Yeah.
That could have been Kerry King's whammy bar.
Yeah, and you also get some good gang vocals in there, too.
Maybe.
but most of it is, you know, almost kind of like Marty Friedman, like in terms of like melody and such.
Yeah.
They're very, very pretty, and it's probably the cleanest thing on here. It's the least sleazy thing on this album.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure the band's disappointed in that.
Well.
But they got a killer lead player.
He's got to drink more.
Yeah, he's got to drink more. Smoke another Marlboro.
Hell, the song Cloaked in Black has 2 leads in it. Right at the beginning and then towards the end.
I mean, bookend that shit.
Yeah.
Overall, man, I really dug this. And again, it's kind of hard to talk about because a lot of the stuff sounds the same, but this was one of those that I didn't fucking care because I was banging my head throughout. These are fun, simple, and brutal in their own right, like old school brutal. Like, this is good music to fight people to, or mosh, or fight. You know, whatever. Yeah. This is pure throwback fun. I mean, if you've grown up on Motorhead, then you'll love this. If you love bands like Toxic Holocaust and Midnight with that sort of retro sound, you'll love it too. So overall, I'm going to give this 4 stars. This flat out bangs. Honestly, the only complaint I really have is sometimes I think they lay on too much the D beat, maybe towards the end, but I love the D beat. So it's kind of a wishy-washy complaint. I kind of wanted like maybe another song like Time Wins, but what I still got was a fucking fun album to listen to. I'm definitely looking forward to getting this in the mail because I pre-ordered it about 3 tracks in. That's how much it sold me. So yeah, if you love any of that retro shit and you just want, you know, good, violent, moshy fun, this is that album. Go check it out.
What he said. All of that, a can of Coke, and a bottle of Jack Daniels. It is hard to describe because it just sounds like one 32-minute song. I'm 100% fine with that. The songs could be interchangeable. Don't care. Sounds good to me. I like that old school thrash. Maybe my only slight complaint is maybe a little more intonation in the vocals. But I don't know. I don't really care what you're saying. Probably cool stuff. Get some more shirts in stock because I'm trying to order some. And a patch. I want a patch too. 4. 4.5. 4.5.
4.5.
I like it. I like it. Enforced in these guys.
Yeah, make that bill happen.
I'm
already buying tickets.
Jesus.
Hypothetically.
Yeah.
In my brain. So, if you enjoyed this review, give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to the channel, subscribe because we do stuff like this all the time. We are also on Patreon. If you'd like to help us out there, there will be a link below in the description, as well as a link for our giveaway going on once we hit 7,500 subs, which we are over the 7,200 mark, creeping up on 73. It's happening. And thank you. Thank you to everyone that's been watching and commenting. It's absolutely awesome, and we are super appreciative of everything. But anyway, we're giving away a nice little stack of 8 CDs, including the new Cannibal Corpse album, which I want that copy because it has the artwork I want, but you get it because we're nice people-ish. All you have to do is comment on the video link down below, and you are in. And lastly, we have some shirts available still. We are going to reload eventually, but we still have extra larges, double X, maybe a small in there. I say that a lot. I'm really not sure. I haven't gone through the batch, but I'm reasonably sure most of those sizes are there. All you have to do to hit us up for that is just contact us at thrallsofmetal@gmail.com. Put a message in there, put shirts, and we will get you an invoice and hopefully sell you a shirt. So with that, thank you very much for watching, and we will catch you later.